All right, welcome back to the show, folks. Retro Americana. We got James Townsend. You know, those same chicks show up every time that Greg Bilby's here, and I don't know who they're yelling louder for. All right, we're going to take care of something right now. You get this thing out of here.
I didn't bring it, Jeremy. I don't know how it got here. It must like you.
It threatened to kill me and Greg last week.
Well,
no, it's out. It's out. Okay, folks. Today we have, I don't know, we've already come unglued. We have speech synthesis.
Yes.
Is what you're, like that, going on today. What else is going to happen? Is one of these going to blow up?
A lot of noisemakers. A lot of noise. In the 30s, they started messing around with speech and electronics and running electricity through different things to make vowel sounds and such. So they would basically have the voters, what they called it, and you'd type different syllables, and it would say them. And then as a typewriter, you could type out a word eventually. But in the 60s, they started making little kits for people to make their own little vowel makers.
I know, it's really weird. And it's on paper, you know, or like
a little paper. And it came, this is an assembled one, but it's missing a couple things.
So this is the beginning.
This is the beginning for the masses, basically.
Right.
So it came, all the wires, all the coils and resistors and everything.
Is there a year on this box?
This is 1963.
63?
Synthesis.
Okay.
It was from Bell Laboratories. It was kind of a science experiment for kids to take home and make vowel sounds, basically. So a long time after that, Texas Instruments kind of got in the game, and they really elevated speech synthesis to a new level with, say, the touch and tell. Here we have the ET module.
Yeah, and the ET stuff isn't out. So, I mean, this is... The earliest this could be would be 1982 because that is when 81. So maybe this came out before.
So you change all your pages and stuff, and then you push on them, you know.
The movie E.T., classic.
Do you remember Press a Picture? So they were even advertising the Speak and Spell in here. Talking Speak and Spell. Little side shoot off of that is our little Vocade, which is a talking aid for people who can't.
Just turn it off. These things are going to be talking the whole episode, folks, so don't get, you know, too freaked out.
So this one, you type in.
Can I ask it? Can I ask you some questions? Hey, do you like Retro Americana?
No.
I think I'm done with that.
Yeah.
I'm done with that.
So then we have, of course, the Speak and Spell, which kind of gets us into a different story because I'm a circuit bender, and basically what you do is you manipulate the electronics to do all kinds of other things that you would want it to do.
Say it.
Oh, okay. So you got.
Say it. I am.
So you can speed it up and slow it down. Have it make glitches. Anyway, it's fun for musicians.
This has got to be one of the first trip toys I think ever manufactured in the United States.
They made a French one too, La Duc de Magique.
Can you say that on TV? I don't think you can.
The magic writing, Le Duc de Magique.
And watch your mouth.
Yeah. Speak and Math was also another good one. Speak and Read, that was a good one too.
And these are all yours, correct?
Yeah, well,
you collect these. I don't know which one that was.
Yeah. I'm a dork, I admit it. Speaking music, this one's fun because it's got all kinds of fun.
Hello, press the blue key.
Talking things. Bring the elf back in.
No, I don't want the elf.
Yeah. So now we can just make rock.
This is
noisemakers. Here's another fun little music one.
Yeah. Okay, this one, Milton. I remember this one from when I was a kid. We didn't have it, but I remember seeing it around in stores and stuff next to, you know, Hungry Hippos and what was it, Simple Simon or Simon Says?
Yeah, that's about right.
What was the one? It was
Simon. Yeah.
Simon. Just Simon. So this one is Milton. And really, we were kind of messing around with these before we got started, and this one kind of talks like a brother.
Yeah, he's got a jive.
I'm Milton.
He's a jive talker.
I'm Milton.
You turn.
Jump there.
Pick your own play.
Okay, that's enough.
Yeah.
All
so
right.
Basically, that's kind of what brought the vocal aid for the disabled people. And here what we have is the Light Rider, which was my dad's. He's passed on, so now it's mine. And so you have 9 voices with this. Here's the kind of elderly man.
This show sucks.
Did it just say this show sucks?
This show sucks.
Retro, no,
This show sucks.
this was my dad's, you know. That might be in.
These things are really starting to piss me off a little
Well,
bit.
you know.
Every time I try to have a conversation with one of them, they insult this show. Shut up. All right. You know, let me ask you a question. Do you think
Do I think what?
it's like this is playtime here?
Yeah. Well,
To get out my stacking blocks. See, God, I'm scared to touch anything.
possessed.
Movie 2001, Hal. Do you think that was? Do you think that movie moved some of that type technology along?
yeah,
Because movies tend to inspire us sometimes, and at the same time, movies can also be innovators in technology anyway. You know, like with Star Wars did a whole what Star Wars did for special effects. Did you think? In your opinion, do you think the movie 2001 with Hal that was to speech? I'm getting really. Maybe we should bring back the elf. Here we
Yeah,
go.
there we go.
I feel he'll at least come out and tell me he's going to kill me.
Yeah. Well, I think so. Definitely the more creative people back then would kind of drive the scientists and all the right-minded people to, like, hey, that's a great idea. Why don't we make that, you know? So they'd take their little engineering abilities and actually make stuff. So to see this develop from just vowel sounds into talking libraries of words, you know. And I collect it because I think it's kind of cool to throw in music. And I've given you a disc where I've made a little track based off of this guy and this guy right here.
And you've even gone so far as to hack into, well, I don't know if the word hack is right, but the Nintendo sound card. You've done some stuff with that.
Definitely, I call it a program, but it's like a game, and you hook it up to your synthesizer. It's called MIDI synth, or it's called MIDI NES, and you're able to actually go in there. But to get the right sounds, you do have to hack into your sound chip, bend 2 different, the left and right channels, basically, and run them out individually, so. Yeah, it's, circuit bending is a good time. I mean, especially with these, you get infinite amount of sounds and glitches and crazy madness.
Cool.
Which is good for.
Well, James, like always, you show up with something, and it's not just one thing; it's a whole lot of them. Quit doing that. All right. Well, thanks for stopping by and bringing all your talking weird things. All right, folks, we'll see you next week with a new, different, maybe a rerun. I don't know. Depends on when you're seeing this. You know what's going on. 11:30 a.m. Monday. You can also see this show online at intv.me. Go to shows, select Retro Americana, and boom, there you go. All right, folks, we'll see you later.